Greetings and hello again. And thank you for crowning up with Dadalocks. Yours truly, your host, Kirigo Kabuga. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys today. What are we going to be talking about today? Today's topic is about mindset. Yes, I said mindset. So let me tell you why I want to talk about mindset today. It's because that is one of the biggest hurdles between how quickly we grow in our businesses and how we stay stagnant or simply shut down. All of it has to do with mindset. So if you have a very deeply embedded, fixed mindset, you're a type of person who doesn't like change, who's not willing to change, who doesn't see reason for change. And even when you try to change, it's so difficult for you to change because you're stuck. That's what it means. Shifting mindset is actually an art of work. It requires effort, it requires skill, it requires a little bit of studying so you know what to do, and preparation, right? So all of us are capable of shifting our mindset. Number one, you have to recognize that it's necessary for you to shift a mindset. No one in the world that can come and tell you that you need to change your mindset and you're going to agree right away. That's just not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. It usually takes when an individual is intentional and is looking to do things differently because they are not getting the results of which they want. And so sometimes you have to sort of sit and observe yourself and identify what could probably be blocking you or in your way. Some of us, it's trauma. Some of us, it's just poor training, how we've been brought up. It's not entirely our fault. But when we become adults, it's time to be adulting, right? Um, the other thing is in business, in terms of our mindset, it requires for us to do daily practice. Whether you're listening to a podcast that is talking something positive or helping you elevate or lift yourself up, right? For me, it took when I started this many moons ago. I started listening to Les Brown, who I was just absolutely in love with. Um, I love when Les would say, when you fall, you better fall on your back, because if you fall on your back, that means you could get back up. And just the energy around that would motivate me and help me feel invincible, or motivate me to get up and make an action step that I didn't feel like doing or that I might have been stalling on, right? So that's one. And then later on, I met ET, thank God it's Monday. So I listened to ET for a while. And for me, listening meant like sometimes as soon as I woke up, I hit that thing on just so that I could start planting that positive vibration or that seed in my mind early before my mind just starts going into, this wheelbarrow and all kinds of chaotic thought processes, or started to think about something negative that happened in the past. So I started recognizing that the one thing I needed to do for me was to get up, work out, and in that workout or during that workout, I'm listening to something positive. And over time, I found myself building muscle. I listened to it out loud. I listened to it with my children. I listened to it by myself because really that mindset shift is for you. The work is for you. It's not that you're going to do it because other people are listening with you. You have to do it when you need to do it so that you can get the things that you need to get out of it. You feel me? Yeah. So, so that's what I did. And over time, it helped. Also, your surroundings. Who are you hanging around? Are they talking positive vibes, or are you sinking when you're around? Is your energy sinking when you're around people like that? You could always tell when you're around negative people because you end up feeling discombobulated. You end up feeling lack of energy and enthusiasm and motivation, all of that. And if you're feeling that, you need to pause for a moment, assess your company, and ask yourself, why am I around this? If in fact you want to stay true to your mindset and shift the mindset, sometimes it has to be physical. You literally have to remove yourself from the crowd that you're hanging around and do something different. right? Or look for the things others are doing that you would like to do and join that kind of group so that you're more motivated and inspired to move in the direction that you really want. So that's the thing about mindset. And here's why mindset is important, especially when it concerns business, because depends on the type of mindset that you have when you're starting your business, right? It does affect whether we're going to be successful or not. So here's the thing. So if you have a lot of, so here I'm going to give you, so let's say there's this guy called John, and John hears that Jay-Z was at the bar the other day and dropped 100 grand at the bar. And so here comes John, like, oh, I don't care. I mean, what is wrong with him? How does he spend all that? I don't even make a third that. I can't believe he spent that, blah, 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 blah. We have to be very careful what's coming out of here as it relates to money and the mindset and our mindset around money. And a lot of that comes from our upbringing. So if you want to start shifting anything to do with your mindset, look at where did those thoughts start? Who planted those seeds? Where did you hear that negative message from before? Like, oh, rich people are nasty, or that's going to affect your attraction to the same thing, right? So we have to be careful what we're doing, what we're thinking in our minds, and what kind of mindset do we have around money? Because if we want to get into business and your mindset around money is upside down, so it shall be with your business, right? So how you feel about other people's successes also matters. So if you carry that envious, jealousy, that doesn't bear fruit. And the type of fruit it's going to bear, you don't want to be around. All right. And so we have to like catch ourselves. I mean, we're human. So each and every one of us is going to feel like at some point, like, oh, they got that and I don't. But what we need to do is be happy. When you're in a space of gratitude, right? That tends to shift the mind and open up the mind to possibilities. I am grateful. Like even the word thank you. Like when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is sit and on my shrine and do a meditation, right? I have a prayer area where I sit as soon as I get up and I start thanking God for another day. And I thank God for my beautiful home and my beautiful children and my incredible family and my life and my health. And I can just go on and on and on. And the more I spend space in that space of gratitude, the more I attract to me, not only just the good vibrations, but opportunities that are, I may not have had before. And so I want us to really take the time to pay attention to your thoughts, how you feel about success, what's your relationship with money, and how you feel about successful people. In those areas, if there's anything that is is less than a happy, happy for somebody or happy for wealth or happy to see someone else succeed, if there's anything less than that, then that really talks about having to do the work to shift the mind, how you feel about money, the stories you tell yourself around that, write them down, right? That's how we get the work done. And then when you write those down, you want to just look at it, rip that paper up, throw it away, and then fill that up with gratitude. You start shifting that negativity into something positive, right? And it just feels so much better because I thank God for, like, even in the morning when I get up, one of the things that I'm thankful for is to be able to manage difficult situations, that when they arise, that I'm equipped to manage them without falling apart, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my clients. I'm grateful for my staff. I'm so grateful that I'm in my 50s and I still have living parents, healthy living parents. I'm so grateful for healthy children that are shaking and moving on this planet, that they know what they want and they're going for it and they don't bring me trouble. I'm so grateful for that, right? I'm so grateful for having such great brothers. They've taught me what great men need to look like, firsthand. I'm grateful for my sisters-in-law to have sisters that I learned to grow with, right? I'm so grateful for my sister, who's my best friend, my BFF, knows every deepest secret in my heart and spirit. I'm grateful that I have a safe space with her. You understand? I'm grateful that I have investments that came from my hard work, from my business, from my salon business. I'm so grateful for that. And having the foresight and the mind and the follow through and the follow up to make sure that things are falling in place. You understand? So, and you can just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And it just elevates your energy and helps shift that mindset if you're in a fixed mindset. So, one of the things that I'm going to tell you is take the time to see what your thoughts are saying to you, how you're feeling, the emotions that follow those thoughts, because those are very telling. Does it feel good? Does it feel weighted? Check into yourself, right? Pause for a moment, take a deep breath. Notice what's going on in your mind and your body. Give yourself grace, no matter what the answer is. Give yourself grace because it's the opportunity for turnaround. And then start counting all your blessings. All right. So that is one way. If you want to get past that limited mindset or a fixed mindset, the only way and the best way to do it is through gratitude. I hope this will mean something to somebody out there. And that to me is another way of crowning up with the Dadalocks way. So even in our program, we coach about that. We coach on that. We coach around that because we know that the biggest thing is that we've even realized that married couples, one of the biggest issues of divorce is money. And simply because we don't understand that everyone is coming into the relationship with a different relationship with money. First, there's a relationship with the two of you, and then each individual's relationship with money. And that can cause a whole emotional roller coaster just to try and manage that. I have experienced that before. And I'm telling you, I felt like I was losing my mind simply because I was dealing with a partner who had a fixed mindset and didn't know, because I didn't understand that they were coming from what childhood with that mindset. But it caused so much stress in the marriage, that I felt like this person was untrustworthy and so on, because they couldn't wrap their mind around the fact that I'm a saver and I'm like, let's save for a rainy day, let's save for security. And I was being accused of being negative. Excuse me, have you lived long enough to understand that we definitely need to plan for unexpected occurrences? You understand? But in that person's world, in my partner's world, he couldn't fathom that because it had never happened to him. And so eventually when he came through and he started saving, the first person who tapped into our savings was him and not me. Go figure. So much for being negative, right? As you could still tell, I'm a little bit petty and feeling some way about that. But at least I think that the idea of always working on your mindset around your money, managing money, learning, taking classes, learning to budget, right? And this is like one of the biggest hurdles, the biggest, largest hurdles why our businesses succeed or fail. It's all about the relationship with money. So thank you for joining us today. That's coming to you live from Kirigo Studio and Dadalocks and crowning it up the Dadalocks way. So we hope that you take that tip and, help is everywhere. If you're really interested in getting help, help is everywhere. This takes you asking the right person and getting the help. And if you have any comments, please share your comments below. We would love to hear from you. Thank you. Take care until our next episode. Take care of yourself and remember to crown it up the Dadalocks way. Take care. Peace and love.